We are now in day 3 of the grand finals in the singles category of the Phoenix Festival tournament. 2 more matches to go over today, so use the links in the description below to go and vote for who you think would win in each one and give your reasoning as to why. Now our first match of the day is a clash between the members of Team Stark, and the twins no less. We have Raven Branwen versus Qrow Branwen in the lava and anti-gravity biomes. This fight is actually where the tournament began. In the very first exhibition match, we had Qrow and Raven facing off. Though we weren't really considering the biomes in play, in that fight, Qrow came out the victor. And a large part of that was because Qrow's misfortune might be able to affect how Raven's blades end up shattering. Thus, if they break at an inopportune moment, Qrow would be able to land a few extra hits against Raven, thus reducing her aura faster than she would be able to reduce Qrow's, and Qrow would end up the victor in that case. But now that there are biomes in play, in particular the anti-gravity biome, that at the very least, I think, levels the playing field for Raven fighting against Qrow. Because in this biome, I feel like she would be able to use it to her advantage maneuverability-wise a little bit more than Qrow. It seems more of her fighting style where she's dodging away from opponents and wait for openings to counterattack. Now, with her fighting against her brother, we can't forget her kindred link. We know that Qrow is one of the ones that she can create portals to, and with the anti-gravity platforms and biomes being in play, she could definitely take advantage of that. In the previous exhibition match, without really considering the biomes, Qrow being aware of Raven's capabilities, her weapon, her omen, all of the dust capabilities that she has, and her portals in particular, Qrow just wouldn't give her the chance to create any portals. But now that she has things to hide behind, the anti-gravity platforms, possibly the mounds or crystals in the lava biomes, she would at least get some chances to create portals behind Qrow and then send dust attacks through them, or just jump through the portal to be able to flank Qrow. Things like that would definitely be possible with these biomes in play. So Qrow would have to be a little bit more wary, a little bit more alert in all directions, maybe throwing him off a little bit when he's attacking Raven. Things like that would definitely be a factor. So I think even more so than leveling the playing field, this might actually give Raven the advantage over Qrow. The one thing we can't forget, with Qrow's misfortune and the anti-gravity biome having a bit of random chance, it could be that at an inopportune moment, the anti-gravity biome shifts and Raven is thrown a bit off balance. Raven doesn't really seem like one who would be thrown off balance that easily, but still, it's definitely possible with Qrow's misfortune. And if that happened, Qrow would definitely be able to take advantage of it and land a few blows against Raven. This is a very even fight, with both of them able to use their weapons and their semblances to their advantage in these biomes. So I could see this going either way, but I think that Raven does have a bit of an advantage. With the biomes in play, that gives her much more to work with, able to dodge out of the way of Qrow's attacks, make it so that he isn't always able to constantly break her blades, and allow her to start using some of her dust capabilities as well as her semblance. I think that she would be able to overwhelm Qrow, either when he jumps around a corner, freezing him in place with ice dust, or blasting him with electricity, fire dust, etc. There's numerous different ways that this could play out, and with this fight, as with many others, I could see this going either way, but I do think that Raven would have the advantage given the scenario that they are in. But let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments below. And then we get to our second match of the day, which is Penny Polendina versus Ozpin in the ocean and desert biomes. Both of these biomes are fairly wide open. There is the ship in the ocean biome that someone could climb, as well as the rock structure in the desert biome, but with Ozpin having the long memory, something that doesn't have any long-range capabilities, and Penny being able to take to the sky using her floating array, the numerous lasers and blades that it has, it would be a difficult fight for Ozpin to win. Now, he is very experienced at using aura. Arguably, he would be able to do the exact same thing that Qrow was able to do in his fight against Winter in Volume 3 and strengthen the aura in his legs and jump really high into the air, being able to reach Penny. Not to mention being able to climb the ship or the rock structure, launch himself off of there, so it all depends on how fast he would be able to do this versus how fast Penny would be able to dodge as to whether Ozpin is able to land hits against her. I feel like Ozpin would be able to dodge out of the way of a good number of the lasers that Penny would shoot off, but without using magic, I don't know if he'd be able to dodge all of them, or if the long memory would be enough to actually dodge a laser. I could see him trying to block with the long memory and the laser kind of wrapping itself around it, or blocking part of the laser, still part of it getting through, so I don't know if blocking the lasers would really be a good option for him to do. I do think that he has the speed to outrun a majority of them, though with Penny having so many blades and the lasers that they could be firing off, I feel like Ozpin trying to dodge would only last so long, and he would have to counterattack and try to outrun them. Now, we did see in Volume 3 that when Penny was firing out the blades or using them to attack Pyrrha, Pyrrha was able to jump on the blades and get over them. I feel like Ozpin would be able to do something similar. With Penny being much more inexperienced than Ozpin, it is much more likely that Penny would make some sort of mistake while fighting him that Ozpin would be able to take advantage of. If she sent out the blades at an inopportune time, Ozpin could probably use the aura strengthening his legs, jump up onto the blades, and then use those to launch himself up towards Penny, either grabbing onto the wires to make sure she can't dodge out of the way, or still be able to find some way to counterattack and ground her at some point. This is a fight I would expect to have a lot of back and forth moments, with Ozpin constantly trying to jump into the air to be able to attack Penny while dodging out of the way of her blades and lasers, and Penny trying to keep in the air so she can attack Ozpin without having to worry about him as much. So in this fight, I think that Oz's experience would be the key factor here. With Penny not having near as much experience as him, it's much more likely that she would be able to make mistakes that Ozpin would take advantage of. Whether it's attacking with the blades or lasers in a way that allows Ozpin to take advantage of it and counterattack, or getting too close to either of the places, the either ship or the rock formation, where Ozpin is able to jump up and quickly counterattack against her. Ozpin hits pretty hard, but so does Penny, so this fight could go either way, as many of them could in the grand finals, but still, I think that Ozpin would have the advantage in this fight. Though if Penny is able to land one of the giant Kamehameha lasers at Ozpin, I do think that that would be able to break his aura, as we are assuming he has the aura of an average man, just the experience of many. So, you know, I think that Ozpin would have the advantage here, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the grand finals of the singles category. Only 2 more days left to go in the Phoenix Festival tournament, and then we will have our champion. So make sure to subscribe to keep up with the tournament and all the other content that we'll be releasing onto this channel. Join the Guild of the Eternal Flame. Tweet me at PhoenixKnight7, join our Discord server as well, linked in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.